call at dirtcarlift.com today. Call them up again at 770-898-3907. 770-898-3907. And find out why the concept is true. To stop jacking and start lifting with dirtcarlift.com at the races today.
The Speed 51 Video Network live races, highlights, interviews, features, and more. You want it, the Speed 51 Video Network has it.
You gotta be kidding me! There's total chaos! What a wild finish! Oh my goodness!
Become a member of the Speed 51 Video Network today at speed51.com.
All About Wraps strives to offer our clients with fast, affordable service with race wraps starting at only $500. From go-karts to national touring teams and everything in between. Late models, modifieds, sprint cars, midgets, asphalt cars, and we'll even decal your helmets. Wraps, design services, and promotions. Everything we offer at All About Wraps. Contact us today to see what we can do for your team. Give us a call, 410-903-3302. Email us at allaboutraps@hotmail.com and visit us on Facebook at All About Wraps.
CrateInsider.com is your one source for crate racing tech and more. Whether you currently race with a crate engine or you are thinking about getting into the sport, our website has what you need. CrateInsider.com has tech videos, interviews with experts, and the best products in the industry. Dyno tested and proven, so we know they are the best products for crate engines. Visit CrateInsider.com today to get on the fast track to victory lane.
This is Kate Dillon from CrateInsider.com and host of the Racing Insiders podcast. You are listening to my awesome friend Wesley Spider Monkey Outland. Now back to Finish Line.
This is Finish Line.
Welcome back to the program. It is June 26th. We just had a great interview with Matthew Kimball to get things kicked off on this edition of Finish Line to wrap up the month of June. We roar into the month of July. Got a lot of big races coming up, a lot of great things going on. Oh, and by the way, you heard the promo advertising speed51.com. Well, they've got something going on as well for the next 2.5 months called Summer Thunder TV. Over 70 races, valued at almost less than 40 cents an event. Dirt, asphalt, late models, modifieds, and so much more. You get it as a subscriber to the Speed 51 network for only $9.99 for yearly or monthly subscribers. Almost 70 races, and some more could be added on. And there's also some big announcements forthcoming about Summer Thunder TV and with Speed 51. The home of the Snowball Derby, the 52nd run of the Snowball Derby in December, and all the other great things that they cover. Speed 51 coverage. And remember, every Monday morning, 7 to 9:30, sometimes in overtime, join Bob Dillner, yours truly, Zach Evans, Tom Ryan, Mark Keeler, Raging Bull, and everybody that I work along with at Speed 51 for coverage of the morning bull ring at 7 a.m. on Speed 51's Facebook page. So a lot of cool things going on. We are going to go to the phone lines right now. And speaking also of Speed 51, coverage tonight at Millbridge. They've also got some other big events going on for Summer Thunder TV. And one of the big shows that will be coming up here is also Lakeview, South Carolina. For the first time in almost 2 decades, the super late models will be pounding the ground, so to speak, at the Lakeview Motor Speedway, slinging the clay, kicking up dust for the fans, and that will be a conversation that me and Kelley Carlton will be talking about here in the very near future. So that'll all be coming up here, a matter of fact, in the next 20 minutes or so. Right now, we go back to the phone lines, and again, thank you to all of our sponsors, including CrateInsider.com, our original sponsor, All About Wraps, and now most recently, Dean Delamar and DirtCarLift.com. And yes, I said it. Okay, Millbridge is not running carts tonight. My apologies. So we are doing Seekonk Raceway tonight instead of Millbridge. All right. Well, thanks to my friends of Speed 51 that lock me out of doors when I'm trying to load up my car, do that to me. But they're tuning into the program Finish Line on this Wednesday. To the phone lines we go. Hey, you want a quick statistic? Here's one. In all pro late model races ever competed at Bill Sawyer's Virginia Motor Speedway, the home of the 50,000 to win World Championship, which will also be broadcast on Speed 51 Network and for a broadcast on MAV TV, this driver has won championships, has won races, and competed at every pro late model race in existence at Virginia Motor Speedway. He most recently came off of a win Friday night at Elkins Raceway in Cairns, West Virginia, a track that I'm looking forward to going to next Saturday. From Appomattox, Virginia, Longhorn, number 7A, the prankster of Corey Almond. Corey, welcome to Finish Line, buddy. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you for being able to stop what you're doing with your job, working with your father, and being able to join us on the program. How would you say the first half of 2019's been for the prankster, Corey Almond, formerly known as Almond Joy, but he likes to call people and prank them?
It's been pretty good. Like I said, I think throughout the year in all of our races, we haven't finished out of the top 5 in none of our weekly shows, and just come off of a 4th place finish in that touring race at Virginia Motor Speedway, and we've been pretty consistent. So far, so good.
And mind you, that was a very interesting race at Virginia Motor Speedway. As long as you've ever raced at Virginia Motor Speedway, what was your thoughts of what made what happened the way that it happened back there a few weeks ago?
I think with having the supers there and the track being rubbered up like that and just being so abrasive on tires, and then everybody being so eager, that was the first tour race that we was able to have at Virginia Motor this year, and
right.
Just with the cautions and the people blowing tires and stuff, it made it for an interesting night, that's for sure.
And you know, something else that I was talking about with Dave C. and Bill and Clark Sawyer as well, and DJ Irvin of Fast Track, and even Stan Lester of Fast Track Companies International, was that it rained. It rained for almost 3 or 4 days before they were ever able to get there Thursday night, Friday morning to start packing the track, working the track in, and do what they need to do. And you know, somebody that competes on a regular basis, Corey, at Virginia Motor Speedway, you know that Brian Tidball and the track prep people there, they do that track like a science. I mean, 9 times out of 10, when you go to Virginia Motor Speedway, when the races are done, they're tearing the track up. They're grading it up. And they start prepping and working and getting the track up and going for the following weekend. And when it rains, you're not able to do that.
Yeah, that's right. And I was talking to one of the track prep guys there, and they had told us that they hadn't been able to get on the racetrack and stuff. So we kind of expected something different for sure. And like I said, you can't beat them guys. They try hard, and they give us a good place to race at. And I mean, them guys are second to none, really. They're the best in the business.
Joining us on the program, of course, is again the driver, the number 7A Longhorn from Appomattox, Virginia, the Almond Joy of Corey Almond, the prankster. And, of course, he is sponsored by All About Wraps. And I'm thankful that you have him as a sponsor to do the wrap jobs on your race car, as well as so many other great drivers across the country. He stays really busy with All About Wraps. And, of course, on your number 7 machine. And he's a sponsor for Finish Line. And Corey, you kind of got the ball rolling on that back in Speed Weeks in February.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go with that one. That was it worked out. We'll put it that way.
That was a fun night. That's all I'm going to say. But there was a little blackmail involved.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
but to this day, I don't know what I'm being blackmailed for. So, let's see here. We're again talking with Corey Almond, and by the way, in all seriousness, though, thoughts and prayers to Jason Parker. I know you're good friends with Jason, Corey. I know he's had his mom and his grandmother has been having health issues, and I know it's kind of sidelined him a little bit on work and business obligations. So our thoughts and prayers are with the entire Parker family. They're really good people at All About Wraps.
Yes, sir, yeah.
We are talking up with Corey Almond. Coming up again at 11:45. We're going to wrap up the first hour and chat with Kelley Carlton. Kelley Carlton of the Ultimate Super Late Model Series. We'll talk about the big race at Lakeview. By the way, that's going to be on MAV TV, Short Track America, sometime later on in the year. But also, it'll be on Speed 51 coverage of pay-per-view this weekend. Speed 51 subscribers, you can be able to check out the races, being a subscriber for the Speed 51 network for the event at Lakeview. We'll talk about that with Kelley Carlton here. We're joined again with Corey Almond. Corey, real quick, bud, just talk about what the competition is like on the Fast Track Racing Series National Tour powered by Chevrolet Performance and looking for that first big national Fast Track Touring win.
Oh, man, it's tough. And not because guys race hard, like rough or nothing. These guys are just hard racers, and they do their homework. And, you got people like Carlton and Matt Long and Benji Hicks and people that's just been around it for a while. And, they do their homework, and they're not working on just Saturday. They work all week long, and it shows when they get to the racetrack.
Yeah, but granted, your dad, David, your crew, you guys put a lot of work and effort in there. I mean, it's going to happen eventually, Corey. What track would you like to get your first Fast Track Touring win at?
Oh, Virginia Motor for
Gotcha.
sure. We've been, just racing there so long and stuff. It would mean a lot to us to get that win there.
So do you feel like every time you go to Virginia Motor Speedway, you feel like you might have an advantage over all the other tracks you go to because you race there so much and you've won there that you could pull off that upset?
To a certain degree, yeah. We race there often, and, we feel like we got a pretty good notebook for there. But, like them guys like Carson and Matt and stuff, again, they're good, and they do their homework and stuff, and they got a good notebook for places like that, and it don't take them long to catch on quick.
Absolutely. Again, Corey Almond is joining us on the program. How much fun are you having running for, and I know that you're competing for a Fast Track weekly championship at Virginia Motor Speedway, somewhere you've won championships at before, but you also are one of those drivers, Corey, you and your dad and your crew, and sometimes it's just you and your dad. You will go on the road to West Virginia. You'll go down south. You'll go to Tennessee. You'll go to Toccoa. You will go anywhere Fast Track has a weekly track race to try to accumulate those points. How fun is that going for that national championship, which, by the way, you sit fourth in the standings right now?
Oh, it's awesome. Like I said, last year we got to race a lot more than we've been able to this year just with work obligations and stuff. And hopefully now the summer stuff's starting to free up a little bit more and we'll be able to race around more. Now, last year I think I probably already had 20, 25 races in just Fast Track weekly races. And I think now I probably don't have but 10. And you just, like I said, it's fun. It brings you down, but it helps you in the long run, I do believe.
And I know that you love competing for not only the Fast Track weekly program at Virginia Motor Speedway, but, man, you'll travel up to Beckley. You'll travel. Let's talk about this past weekend. I talked with your dad last night, but I got home from Charlotte. You literally went to Hanover, West Virginia, to Lizard Creek Speedway just to get Fast Track points to run for that national championship. Talk about what your experience was at Lizard Creek Speedway.
Horrible. I'm just going to put it out there. If I was going to go anywhere on the East Coast, it would never be there again. we ran 7th, but it wasn't my cup of tea.
Was it just the track was different? Was it just the atmosphere? Was it just was it rough? The track rough?
The people were great, and the racetrack, and everybody worked at the racetrack. They're all nice people. It was just it didn't suit me, and I couldn't get a hold of nothing, and it was different for us. The race, just the drivers alone and stuff, it was just different different deal completely.
Yeah, the last time that we were actually at Thunder Mountain Speedway, a.k.a. Lizard Creek Speedway of today's generation, was back in 2012 was the last time I visited that racetrack. And the biggest thing that aggravated me, Corey Almond, was not having phone signal. You pull off of I-77 at the Bluefield exit right there at the West Virginia state line, and you go on this 45-mile stretch of road. And you hear me say, Wesley, 45 miles, okay, we should be there within 45 minutes to an hour.